I never imagined East as a place where I would blend in and just have fun as a student, as well as a person who's just stepped into university, because the thoughts that I had for university and colleges was that you'll have so many struggles because you need to maneuver around the challenges that students face. My name is Amani Alex, and this is my story. My journey at East was quite interesting. I remember at first when I was with my dad, and he was explaining to me how I'm going to be late when I get into campus. And I was super anxious, to be honest, because I was thinking there are so many things I'm going to learn, so many people I'm going to meet there that I'm not used to interacting with them. But I composed myself because I knew it was it was a good step for me to just to be enlightened and get to meet new people and learn so many things. So the journey from my place, from my father's place rather, to East was a bit hectic because of the thoughts and all the emotions, like stepping into a new place. And I remember when we were coming when we were passing through the Nairobi-Namanga highway, and I was looking around, and the place was dry, moving from the western part, let me say that, to this area was a bit different, or rather I did not expect that type of environment, but I kept composing myself to that journey. And when I got to East, something changed. My whole perspective, the idea of university being a struggle and all that, quickly snapped, and I had a different idea or perspective, because I thought this is the place that I need to be. And I remember when we were going through the gate and seeing other people, other students who are also coming in, and all the smiles, it was such a welcoming environment. The people were super great, but there was still a little bit of me that was telling myself that there are things that I haven't noticed or seen, but I was still preparing myself to encounter them at East. So let me just cut the long story short, because we went through the registration process, and I could see so many people, all the process that you engage as a student when you are joining the university. There are things that we were being told, you should expect this as a student, this and this can happen, And I could picture myself as a second year student, because I was enrolling as first year, but I could see myself learning and growing and becoming someone better at East. And I can say it has been a good progress for my journey. So many things that I've seen, and my expectations were a bit challenged, because there are things that I expected, yet I never experienced. But there are other things. The good part is that I learned so many things when I stepped at East. And I can say East is a good home. East is a family for me. East has nurtured me, has brought me to the person that I am right now. And the thoughts that I had initially before joining East, they faded. I can say they faded over time, because I was seeing myself and I was accepting that this is the place that I needed to be. I've had quite interesting stories, quite interesting journey in East. When you're talking about the studies, how I've been shaped by my instructors, how I've interacted with my colleagues, my friends rather, in class and also outside class. I'm a big sports person, so that's one area that really enriched me at East. To mention it, a big lover of basketball, and when I was getting into East, I didn't see people being active. I didn't see an active team. And so I took that initiative just to start my own team with the people who are interested. And we have really grown, looking back to the people who we were and what we have become right now. There are so many things that we've learned over that time. Apart from sports, you know, the basic opportunities that are at East are tremendous. The time that you meet with your friends and you think of a brilliant idea, like let's come up with something, and you see your friends very active and they're ready like to engage with you and have this good idea turn to be a big project, really was a big thing. It really touched my heart at East, because you don't only have friends, but you have people who can mentor you, and you can also mentor them, like peers, so that you are able to grow together. So all these things, all these great things I've experienced at East. And I thank God for the far that He has brought me to that point. I have something in my heart that I feel that I need to express, because I only thought of myself as a student at East for 4 years, but it seems like God had a bigger plan for me. And I got the opportunity to serve, or rather work at East at the same time as I'm studying. And we started like baby steps. So at first, we were introduced to a project called Leadership Academy. And in this project, there is another part that we were doing, like working and also studying, called work study, basically. And this is where I got to learn the basic administrative work that you can be able to do out there in the job or marketplace. And I can say this really opened my mind. As I was also studying, I could see so many opportunities and so many things to learn, even as I move outside East. So it was really an opener, an eye-opener for me. And for the good work that I had put in, I was selected among a few people to serve, or rather transition from a student to a staff member. And at first, I was super scared. I was even asking myself, I remember this time I was seated and I was looking at the message that was inviting me to begin work like fully as a staff member. And I kept on asking myself, is this really what I want to do? Do I have the experience to begin working as an administrator? But something in me kept giving me confidence that this is what I was meant to do, because that's the entire process, coming to East, learning as a student and also learning as an administrative assistant. So I think I was being prepared from the first day I stepped at East to that point. And it was really beautiful. Finally, definitely, I gave it a yes, and I began my journey, my second part of journey, the second journey as a staff member at East. And just to top it up, it was interesting. I can't fail to say that there have been challenges, because in everything that you step into, be it at work or even your professional career, or even something that maybe you can say that you have this particular interest, not necessarily work, but along the way you can find challenges. But every challenge was like a stepping stone for me, because I know that I learn from every challenge that I meet. So it was a good step for me, and I thank God because I've learned a lot from that time to the time where I became an administrative assistant. Yeah, I can't forget to say that I did psychology. It was not my first choice when I was joining East, but over time I got interested, and I thought of psychology as something that I can nurture myself and even learn in order to help people out there. And I think even looking at ourselves at this generation, the Gen Z generation, we really need to be awakened, or to learn more about the mental stability, because so many people are affected out here, and if we don't know the right way to address them, the challenges that they are facing, we might end up losing so many of our young men, young youths. So my journey has been interesting. To cut, or to put that, or to wrap it all round, my journey has been very interesting. And I would really, really like to encourage those people, anyone out there, any student feeling like they need to be part of East, that this is the place to be. When you get to East, you realize that this is the place you are meant to be. Being a leader not only comes with the title itself, it comes with a lot of work, a lot of expectations from the people you're serving and also the people that are leading you, because you cannot just become a leader and you don't have someone that is above you. You need to have a mentor who guides you and tells you that to become a leader you need to do 1, 2. My journey as a leader has been interesting because at East you don't just become a leader, you are nurtured or you are trained to become a servant leader. My transition stage from a student to becoming a staff member or administrative assistant, I passed through a few challenges, but something that I'm always grateful for is the mentors that I had during that time. At East, you are not only mentored by your instructors, but also the staff members or the staff leadership at East. And I really loved East because you are given a chance to step up. They see the potential in you and they help you to become better in whatever that you're doing. So the leadership journey has been quite interesting, but I've seen a lot of change in me and also a lot of impact in the people that are around me. Maybe just to start this off, for me, I experienced a lot, and from all those experiences, I think the major thing has been the mistakes that I've been making. I think that can be the major highlight that I've had through my journey. At first, before becoming a leader, I thought of mistakes as some things that can really bring you down. But after being enlightened, that from a mistake you grow, you learn to make better judgment or make better choices next time you experience a problem. It was really a huge step for me, because from that day onwards, I've really been encouraged that even as a leader, you can make mistakes. But what you define yourself or what you learn from the mistakes is what matters most. So leadership has really been a good thing for me at East. And when I got the opportunity to serve, I was given several tasks. And at first, you're given like these few tasks that you can manage, simple tasks as you grow. And from these tasks, it really opened my mind that a leader requires more knowledge, not just by reading books, not just by listening to people, but also being mentored, being trained, and being shaped to become a better person. So I learned from these small tasks to growing and doing even major tasks, being exposed to events, being exposed to present in front of students, in front of instructors. So all of these things that I did were major steps in my leadership journey. What I would really like to encourage leaders or people who are aspiring, or students who are aspiring to become leaders. Leadership does not only depend on the qualities that you have, the qualities that you've been born, that you're born with, but how you expose yourself to different people, different minds, exposure. Sometimes you have a perspective about something, but then you meet someone else with a different perspective, and you not only learn, but you can be able to critique a few things from what you will learn or what you'll get from that person. So leadership also requires you to be open-minded. When I was a leader, or during my step or my journey becoming a leader, I realized that you can be a leader seated among people who are not leaders, but you'll still learn from them. So as a leader, you need to be very open-minded to get knowledge around you. And sometimes knowledge can have information that can benefit you, some information that won't benefit you. So you need also to learn to pick the positive information or the good information that will help you to grow and filter out the rest. So as a leader, those are the things that you can get or you can learn when you are transitioning to becoming a better person. So East has all that, and it has really taught me a lot, that when I sit down and think, I feel like the person that I was 3 years ago is not the same person that I am right now. Yeah. Apart from leadership in an administration level, you can also become a leader outside the East space, because out here there are so many things that you can venture into. You have local organizations. You can even decide that even if you're doing psychology the same way I did, and you are passionate about children who are maybe lacking the basic needs, you can become a leader in order to shape them and help them grow, so that they don't see their lives as mere and that they won't become greater people in future. So as a leader, you need to learn how to shape people that are around you. You don't only grow as a leader and benefit yourself, but you also help the people who are around you. East has taught me that to be a leader, you not only need your strength, but the strength of the people who are around you. And apart from that, to be a good leader, you need to learn how to listen. Not just listening, but active listening to the people who are mentoring you, and also grow to become better than your mentors and the people who shape you. My name is Amani Alex, and I am a product of Kenya Assemblies of God, East University.